Nomads, a group their coach called a Christopher Columbus project because it's such a new world. But right now, this group called Team Europe are in the World Cup semifinals with a chance to move up against Canada. And they're against the impeccable Swedes, the team that stops your forward progress long enough to pick your pocket. Jaroslav Halak has the third best save percentage in this tournament. He's in goal today for Team Europe. He has stopped 105 of 111 shots. He's a 31-year-old Slovakian that has played every minute in this tournament for Team Europe. The two goaltenders with a better save percentage are Canadian Carey Price and Henrik Lundqvist, who's in goal today for the Swedes. He's given up 4 goals in the 2 games that he's played. What is the over and under on the minutes for Andrzej Kopitar today? Will he get to 25, get to 30? He'll play a lot. And he is the centerman for Team Europe on a top line with Tomas Tatar and Marian Gaborik. And the Swedes, Filip Forsberg starts to the attack. Good save right there by Jaroslav Halak. A good early chance, and that came from Patrick Hornqvist, who is always within 2 feet of the goaltender. In comes Tomas Tatar on the backhand. His shot is stopped by Henrik Lundqvist, and his forward progress takes him into the back of the net. So what's this? Chances at both ends early.
Well, this is what I mentioned off the top about Team Europe. They're going to have to take a few chances. This is just a cycle play. Forsberg gets it to the net, a bouncing puck, and Halak very sharp. But this is what Team Europe did so effectively against the Americans. They surprised them with their speed. They surprised them with their transition game. And there, Henrik Lundqvist had to be sharp and stand his ground, as Tatar was right in alone on him.
They're a better skating group than they were given credit for, and we know they have a lot of experience. Second most in this tournament. Marian Gaborik of the LA Kings, Matt Zuccarello of the Rangers, been together since day one. Zuccarello tipped the puck in deep, Lundqvist out to play it. Gaborik trying to work his way out front, and he did, and Lundqvist stopped his attempt to jam the puck in. Patrick Berglund gave Gaborik a shove.
Almost a shot pass to him. He had his stick in the air.
Hedman and Stralman to play against this Franz Nielsen line. Nick Backstrom with a little room to skate. Hedman heads straight for the net. Takes the pass. Backhander is stopped. Rebound. Forsberg with a wraparound attempt. Loose puck in front. Berglund arriving off the bench. Couldn't get a hold of it. Close call there. There's another chance. Hedman again. This time his slap shot missed the net. So it's not as though Sweden doesn't allow its defensemen to get into the rush like Hedman did there, but there's always somebody backing them, just as they did to the Americans. They scored early on them, and then they scored often because they got them back on their heels and running around a little bit. Didn't know what had hit them. Yossi with a shot. Didn't get through. Kopitar's shot. Lundqvist is down, and he makes the save, and Team Europe just about got that first one.
Yeah, there's your close call there, and Henrik Lundqvist, you could tell the goalie body language, whether he's confident on his shot or not. This one gets deflected right in front of him. Bit of a turnover. Lundqvist can't see it for a split second, and a backhander that goes off a body in front, and Lundqvist just held on. It's one of those you hope you have, and Lundqvist looked behind him once. Watch that quick peek behind him. Thought it might have been dripping past him, but he was able to squeeze that elbow and hold on.
Went off Victor Hedman just in front of him and just about caused some trouble. Kopitar took the backhander.
Getting exposed. I would say the Swedes are in that same ballpark.
Hampus Lindholm is an excellent defenseman in his own right, has been scratched. Can't get into the lineup of Team Sweden. Anton Stralman to the net. There's a rebound. They score. Nick Backstrom on the doorstep, and Sweden has the game's first goal.
Well, their first shot on the period is a big save by Halak, but the rebound there by Backstrom, and it's winning the draw. Good job of the winger Hornqvist keeping it alive, a battle along the boards, and another good example, just throwing the puck to the net. It's one of those plays that Kopitar's responsibility as the centerman, and you see he just loses Backstrom for a split second. The puck off the pad of Halak, and no chance for him to grab that rebound. What a big first goal. Is Ralph Kruger looking at goaltender interference? Definitely wasn't offside, so it's got to be trying to decide here if there's any contact on Halak.
And it would be Patrick Hornqvist in front of the net, so it's worth having a look, and we'll have a look at it here. Hornqvist goes straight to the net. Stralman takes the shot.
I think his stick simultaneously went on the goaltender. Hornquist's first job is to get there.
And I don't think they're going to bother with a challenge.
There's no way. I mean, at times you might be willing to risk.
Well, maybe they are.
You're trying to search here for a lifeline. Because to me, Jim, maybe your timeout isn't worth that. I think they understand the importance of this first goal. First goal is huge. Hornquist's stick comes in right there and hits the pad, but I don't think it has any effect. It actually might even aid that right pad of Halak getting over. Watch the stick of Hornquist right there hit his pad. Yeah, this one is going to be a good goal. I can't imagine. Maybe worth the risk of the timeout to try to make this a...
If they're successful on the challenge, the goal would be wiped out and they won't lose their timeout, but there's another look at it. Yes, the stick is in there, but does it impede his progress left to right? That's the question that'll be asked by Dan O'Halloran and Dan O'Rourke, who are looking at this.
As he said, to me, it almost aided him in getting over there a little quicker. It was in the direction that the puck was going. I just think in today's game of how difficult it is to score goals, I don't think that stopped Halak from doing anything to try to stop that.
Didn't take Dan O'Halloran long looking at that, and he's rendered his decision, and now he's about to tell us.
Call in the ice stands. We have a good goal. Team Europe loses their timeout.
I think that's a worthwhile risk, though, Jim. I mean, maybe. I think Ralph Kruger understood coming in. Their best chance to beat Sweden is to get that first goal of the game and then try to hold on and force Sweden out of their game plan. Now Sweden, this just plays right into their hands.
We'll see in the third period if it's still a 1-0 game, if he could use that timeout.
Team Sweden goal.
Karlsson from the blue line has the screen. Louis Eriksson's in front. Henrik Sedin's slap pass didn't get through. Marian Hossa takes over, and he's back to center with Andrzej Kopitar shorthanded. Gets open, gets the shot. Lundqvist made the save, and that probably should have been a penalty.
How do you not call hooking there? Right in the hands.
Louis Eriksson. Henrik Sedin to Daniel, and he just missed him. A tip out front. Racing after the puck is Tobias Rieder. One man back. It's Karlsson. Rieder's backhander stopped by Lundqvist. And then Rieder's momentum carried him into the goaltender. Louis Eriksson is back with the puck. Waits for traffic. Slapped the puck off the end boards. Andrei Sekera. Stick battle in the corner there, and Sekera, the defense, stays in. Draisaitl takes over. His pass comes all the way back to Chara. He turns and shoots, and Lundqvist made the save as Europe gets a few chances and pressing to try and tie this up.
Didn't they get a little life out of their penalty kill, too? They create some chances off a block shot, and here's the potential hook we were looking at. Henrik Sedin following behind in the area there, right into the hands. So often you see that called, and then Rieder with such great speed takes it to the outside, and I'm not sure if that's classified as a hit or not. We'll see from Team Europe, and Henrik Lundqvist now with 15 saves on the center.
Louis Eriksson. Nicklas Backstrom in after the puck. To Louis Eriksson. Backstrom takes over, centering pass. Stralman shot, kicked out by Halak. And a rebound is taken by Mark Streit. Andrzej Kopitar to center. Gaborik falling in behind him. Now he heads for the net. Ehrhoff up on the play, takes the pass. There's a chance. They score! Marian Gaborik squeaked that in just underneath Henrik Lundqvist, and this game is tied 1-1.
The most end-to-end action we've seen in this entire tournament was the overtime against North America and Sweden. Well, here we get 4-on-4 instead of 3-on-3, and you get back and forth 3 different times, and this is Ehrhoff just forcing it to the middle. I'm not sure, Jim, if Gaborik even ever saw that. He had his stick on the ice, just barely got it towards the net, and like a good curling rock, it found its way through the wickets on Henrik Lundqvist. Look at the positioning in front by Gaborik and how slowly that just snuck through. Here's a great vantage point off the right side of the pad of Henrik Lundqvist and spun its way over the line.
Credit Christian Ehrhoff for getting his wheels going and jumping up. to get the pass for Kopitar and make the play at the net. So now a 1-1 tie. Kopitar quickly flushed out by Patrick Berglund. Thomas Vanek. In the last minute of the second period in a 1-1 tie in the semifinal. Vanek with the steal of the puck drives the front of the net. Lundqvist is down, has no idea where the puck is, and he gets a fairly quick whistle.
You have to think the message for Team Europe is get hard to the net, because there's a couple of examples now. Instead of waiting and looking for somebody on a quick turnover, Soderberg thought he had some time. So did Hjalmarsson, and a nice job of Vanek taking it hard to the net. Look at 4 Swedes back in front of Lundqvist. And for Lundqvist, he's just in desperation now, trying to stay down and make sure nothing gets underneath him like we saw in the last goal.
2 of the 3 they have here, which will increase Sweden's chances if there's an Olympic rematch in the World Cup final. But Team Europe is in the way right now, Jim.
So there are 10 countries left in the World Cup, and there might be 2 in the final, there might be 9. Quick shot there and a great chance, they score! Tomas Tatar! 12 seconds into the third period, Team Europe has the lead 2-1.
Just a shocking start here for the Swedes right off the faceoff. They win the draw, they're under control. Chance to go up ice, and a quick turnover by Forsberg. Hedman a little bit too quick getting up ice, and then you saw from that angle there how difficult it was for Henrik Lundqvist to find this puck through the feet of Stralman. A late reaction, unable to grab it, and then lost his balance in a heads-up play. Tatar kept his legs moving, tracked that puck. Lundqvist maybe thought he had it a little bit around, and just a little chip up and over the sprawling netminder.
Tomas Tatar's first goal of the tournament, 12 seconds in. What will that do to the Swedes now? They've got some offense, but they've been content to play defensively. Now they need to crank it up a little bit if they're to make the final against Canada. Philip Forsberg. Team Europe is playing with this lead impeccably. There they are in the neutral zone where it all starts and where it all stops for Sweden. Forced to shoot the puck in, and then it comes right back out. Here's a loose puck in front. Backstrom couldn't bury it. Did Hawk get a piece of that, or did he just miss?
I think he just missed, but there's a great example of what you're just talking about. Wait for the chance.
Zuccarello straight up the middle. He got checked. Now here's Erik Karlsson. Headed straight for the net. Soderberg tried to feed him the puck. Went right to the corner. Hedman and Karlsson playing together here now. Plays the puck back. Under 5 minutes to go, third period. Louis Eriksson off the boards. Henrik Sedin. Daniel Sedin. Puck's knocked out of the air by Frans Nielsen, not out. Ekholm with a shot. Blocked by Zuccarello. Henrik Sedin off the boards. Karlsson with a shot. He scores! A determined shift from the Sedin line. And Erik Karlsson with a seeing eye. Low shot from the point. It's a 2-2 tie.
What you see on this entire shift is the white sweaters just staying in a unit of 5 in the middle. That opens up all the kinds of ice on the outside. The Swedes kept rotating the puck from side to side, keeping it in at the point. And another great reminder, it's not always how hard a shot, just a little deflection there in front. Traffic in front of Halak, this is what he sees. He's got body out high, and I think that's Eriksson who got a piece of that one, Jim, and it went up and over.
Eriksson or Josi?
We'll find out soon enough. It definitely hit someone, though, and jumped up.
Big goal nonetheless. And a 2-2 tie. Race for the puck here. There's Tatar again. Maybe he's obviously trying to get his team ahead once more. Tomas Tatar again has a look around. Ehrhoff. Center. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Hjalmarsson. Swedes break out again. Strike, stop the puck. And the advance momentarily. Hagelin back in. Halak into the corner. Hornqvist has just come off the bench. For the Europeans, Toby Reeder, he got checked at center. That's close to interference too by Hjalmarsson after the puck had been dumped in.
Ralph Kruger had his hands up on the bench. He wanted a penalty there, right in front of him. Split-second decision making there by the defender.
Hjalmarsson made that play, now chips the puck to an open side. Andrei Sekera. Zdeno Chara, rink wide. Marian Hossa, checked by Ekman Larsson. Backstrom in a battle with Kopitar. Up the boards to Hornqvist. Tangled up with the linesman. Here's a 2-on-1. Backstrom shoots the rebound. Cleared away by Sekera. From the blue line, Strawman holds the puck in. Nick Backstrom jumping in his Hedman. He gets the puck. Hornqvist in front. There's the shot. Steered aside by Halak. And the other way goes Tomas Tatar. Forsberg's trying to catch him and does. Hedman's there as well. Kopitar kept the puck in. Zuccarello on front. Tatar scores! Tomas Tatar in overtime. Team Europe is going to the World Cup final. What a celebration. Team Europe goes to the final. 9 countries, not just 2, will play in the World Cup final.
And Jim, the officials here are telling everybody to wait. It's the overtime, so it's reviewed automatically. And this one was a bang-bang play at the net that hit the skate of Tatar at one place. I thought he was able to get his stick on it going in. When the pass came across, it went off his skate, off of Lundqvist, and I think the rebound went off. At one end, you see Jaro Halak with an excellent save. Sekera with the clear. Good battle one-on-one there by Tatar to keep it alive. A pinch down the boards. Did go off his skate. This one might be coming back. Let's have another look at that if we can from above. Just such a split-second play off of one. And it did go off his left toe and go in after. Now the question is, was it a kicking motion?
Was it a kicking motion or did it just deflect? Because he gets his stick on it, and oh boy.
Call in the ice stands, we have a good goal.
It is a good goal. Didn't take long to review that, and the celebration can pick up again because the Europeans had a huge celebration in the corner, and now they have another one.
Boy, we've seen some close calls before, and that one, to me, was as close as you're going to get. No kicking motion is the call, and a huge step for Europe. The team with no future lives to fight a potential another 2 out of 3 days.
Tomas Tatar, an early third period goal that just about won it. And in overtime at 3:43, the Slovak scored the goal that has given Team Europe an improbable trip to the World Cup final to play a best of 3 against Canada. Terrific goaltending from Jaroslav Halak. And a spectacular contribution from Roman Josi and Andrzej Kopitar, who gets an assist on the goal.
Kopitar with 22+ minutes, 2 assists on the night. Halak continues. When he gets 35 or more, he's solid as a rock, and he made some big saves down the stretch.
The common denominator in all these improbable wins is Andrzej Kopitar. He's taken Slovenia to the quarterfinals at the Olympics, carried the team on his back. He got them into the Olympics in a qualifier in early September, and he's taken Team Europe and been an impressive performer in their trip to the World Cup final. And Team Sweden, one of the favorites to win this tournament, is finished.
Well, you wondered, we mentioned it numerous times, the fact of their defensive game, and when you need it the most, here's another replay. Well, I'm still shocked that didn't come back. Call on the ice was a good goal. Miro Shatan looking up here, and an exciting time, Peter Bondra. What a moment for Team Europe.
They couldn't possibly have thought they could make it to the World Cup final. But they'll be there. That winning goal for Tomas Tatar was our play of the game for the new Advil 12 Hour. Here are the 3 stars of this semifinal, won by Team Europe and brought to you by Molson Canadian. Tomas Tatar, 2 big goals. Jarl Halak with some big saves, and Henrik Lundqvist, the losing goaltender, is the 3rd star of the game. Who had Team Europe in the pool when this all started? It's amazing. They're headed for the World Cup final, Ron.